Hello, I'm Terry and this is Blade Whisperer. Today we got another sharpening video for you. Reached into the box of knives that my friend's dad brought over needing sharpened, and I have a really big Cutco chef's knife, and we're going to get the Shapton Pros out today and we're going to see how sharp we can make this thing. Okay, here we go. We have the Cutco chef's knife, and first thing we're going to do is get it on the sharpness tester and see where we're at with the edge. In examining the blade, I did find that we've got a little bit of a bend on the tip, so we're going to straighten that out in the process too, but that won't be a big deal. But for right now, let's get a new clip in the sharpness tester. And let's see where this thing's at. Actually a 297 right there. That was pretty close to the front. Let's take a look at it a little bit further down. Yeah, I thought there would be a little worse down there, because 644 down towards the base here. A little bit sharper right up here, but dull as a board right there. As my dad would say, you could ride to town on it. So that's what we've got looking at us. We're going to take it over to the microscope and see what it looks like, see what that edge looks like, and then... Okay, we're over at the microscope and we're going to start on the area of that blade where it was really dull, and you can see that that just looks totally beat up and destroyed almost. I'm not sure what happened to that thing, but it doesn't look pretty. And it doesn't get a whole lot better as we move. Almost looked like somebody took a, I don't know, that was just rolled over there. Boy, that whole edge. Now I'm going to move it quickly up to the front where it wasn't as bad on the sharpness testing. But okay, so you can see that you get up towards the front and it's not, well, there's some nicks. Wow. Okay, now the one spot I did want to look at, let's see if I can get the tip to come into focus here. There's that tip. Okay, I think we've seen enough. The patient is in sad shape. Okay, we're at the operating table, and I'm going to say operating table because this patient needs some help. So we're going to start with, again, the Sharpall diamond plate, because we need to do some work. And the first thing I want to do before I start trying to work on the burr and all that is I need to try to fix that edge. So I am going to leave it sitting down. I'm going to put both hands on it, and I'm going to work on that tip. Okay, had to make a decision. Called out the big guns. I brought my Sharpall 220 grit diamond leveling plate, because we're going to have to reshape that tip pretty seriously. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that knife upside down and I'm going to rub it right here. Okay, so there we go. Now we have a straight tip, and we can start working on the actual edge. So gonna switch stones and get back to work. Okay, if you've watched my other sharpening videos, you know that I have sharpened this way since I was a kid. I hold the stone in my hand. It's the easiest way for me to maintain the angle that I need. And so that's what I tell everybody, is you need to find out what works for you. The important thing is that you can maintain a consistent angle. And so this has been the easiest way for me to do it. So we're going to jump right in and we're going to start trying to develop a burr by running, to start with, 20 passes on one side. Okay, that was not as hard as you would think. We have, I can feel a pretty decent burr. We're going to run it 20 more, and then I think we're ready to start working. Okay, there's 20 on that side. I can feel the burr feels pretty even all the way down to the new tip. I don't know if we can see it on the camera. Yeah, you can pretty much see that it's there. So we're going to switch it over to the other side. Okay, there's our first 20 going that way. Feel the burr across there. Let's go ahead and give it 20 more. We're good across there. We're just going to flip it right on over and go 10 passes in the other direction. Okay, there's 10 that way. Feels pretty good across. We'll go 10 the other way. Okay. think we're going to go 5 this way. Then we're going to go 5 the other way. I'm going to do the 5 one more time. And I'm just going to flip it around and do it 5 this way. Okay. I'm gonna get my rag and brush that thing off. There are some metal bits there, so we got some pieces of burr starting to break off. Now we're going to go ahead and do alternating passes. Okay. That's 10 sets of alternating passes. And already we're starting to feel like a fairly sharp knife right there. We're going to go ahead and do it again. Like I say over and over again, use your roughest, most coarse stone to do most of the work. Okay, I'm going to do one more set of alternating passes on this stone. I'm going to try and take this just a little bit finer. Okay. I think that's good. I've got to get some water and set up for the water stones. Okay. We have the Shapton Carmichael. There you go. Ceramic whetstone. This is the 1000 grit, or as they number it, the K0702. These are splash and go stones. I do like to put plenty of water on them when I first start. And then you have to periodically reapply. Yeah, I'm going to do them the same way that I do everything else. And we're going to go right to alternating passes. Got a little slurry build up there. Gonna go right to another set. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around to make sure I'm kind of evenly wearing my stone. Just a little bit of water, and you're not getting any buildup at all, really. That slurry's just floating around. All right, let's do another round. The knife feels pretty good. I'm going to wipe it off. See what it looks like on the fingernail. Stick it on the fingernail, she stops. Now, I think we're ready to take it up to the next grit in the progression. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this stone off. Take care of the stones, and they'll take care of you. So we're going to get the 2000 grit out. Oh, I got to move my strop. Don't want leather. Don't want water on your leather. Okay. We're going to go right back into the alternating passes. Do another set. Okay, I think one more set on this grit. And that's just going to make the rest of it easier. Okay, very nice. Let's wipe that one off. Let's clean off our stone. We're going to go to a 5,000 now. Definitely, we're into the polishing range. Okay. Let's start with the 5,000. Okay, let's do another round. Okay, that's where we're going to stop with the 5,000. Go ahead and clean off my stone. And move right on down the line to the 8,000. All right, one more round on the 8,000. Okay. Wipe off our knife. Clean off our stone. Almost done. Get this 12,000 all wet. One last round on the 12,000, which is about all this battery is going to take, I think. Okay. $12,000's done. I'm going to move our rags and grab the strut. Feels good. Now we're just going to run it on my smooth side of the strop, since we've taken it clear up to 12,000 on the down. One. Okay. We're going to go ahead and bring out the sharpness tester. Okay, let's see where we're at. Up on the high part of the blade, 151. Okay. Let's swap that out. Oh, got a bent clip there. And now let's go back here on the heel. I'm going to straighten that out a little bit. I don't want to skew the results. Go back here on the heel and see what we come out with there. 197. Well, there you have it. She is a razor blade. Now we're going to go take a look at the edge on the microscope and see how much difference it is. Okay, there you go. There was the worst part of the blade before. The scratches are almost non-visible, and to the naked eye, they're not visible. Now we're going to slide up the blade a little ways to where we had some of the other damage. A little bit of residue on there. Now I'm going to skip right to the front edge of the blade. Same. Well, there you have it. We took that chef's knife from a 644 at its worst spot to a 197. I think the Shaptons did their job. So if you enjoyed this content and you'd like to see more of it, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the sharp new content that's coming up. So until next time, I'm Terry. This is Blade Whisperer. Stay sharp and listen to what the blades are saying.